Hi everybody, Russ on the West Ham Network. Hope you are all safe and well, my friends. Thursday, getting on to the weekend. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. It's a bit grey and gloomy in Hornchurch today. But what isn't grey and gloomy is tonight, 9 p.m. Thursday. Today's Thursday, 9 p.m. We've got a ex-player game show night for the Irons Supporting Food Banks. Sort of fundraiser. We do it every so often, particularly with the cost of living and stuff like that. Food banks are, the shelves are very much dry at the moment. So hopefully we can raise a few quid. We've got an eclectic group of ex-players on doing a game show. It's great fun. It is genuinely great fun. And it's hopefully we if all goes to plan, we'll have George McCartney, we'll have Steve Jones, we'll have Psycho and Kevin Keane on tonight. So please get here at about 9 o'clock UK time, be about an hour or so, and it's a right old giggle. And so Kevin takes it very seriously, and Jonesy gets so competitive. It's very, very funny. Very, very funny. Anyway, I bring you today the Hammers headlines. At lunchtime, I did a whole sort of transfer roundup, Thursday transfer roundup. So no transfer ins news, arrivals, that's the word, but maybe something about people leaving. So, but no sort of speculative people, in terms of, we spoke about the likes of Phillips, Rafinha and various others, and Classic from Stuttgart. So loads of ones you can check out. But I want to talk about a potential out. So, according to several sources, West Ham are looking, or could sell Thomas Soucek in the summer, with his agents already in discussions with clubs in the Premier League and abroad. That comes as fresh contract talks between the Hammers and the 27-year-old midfielder have stalled. Soucek obviously signed originally on loan in January 2020 and made his move permanent in the sub 6 months later for around 15 million squid. He bagged 10 goals in his first full season at West Ham, but his form did deteriorate somewhat in the last season, partly because he was asked to play a slightly different role by David Moyes. It seems now as though Big Thomas could be on his way out of London Stadium. Claret and Hugh particularly reckon that the 27-year-old could be sold this summer after these contract negotiations reach an impasse. We tried to talk negotiations in contracts, I think midway through the season, and then they were put on hold until the summer. It seems that they're still very far apart in terms of what he wants and what the club are willing to offer. And apparently it suggested that West Ham would want around 40 million quid for Soucek, but understand that a fee closer to 20 million could be more realistic. I think 20 million seems really cheap, really cheap. But it's interesting, with the likes of Phillips, with the likes of Ward-Prowse, there's a lot of midfielders we've been linked with. So maybe people are putting two and two together. Maybe not. We'll find out. We don't know. We're not an ITK. We just report the news. But in terms of next season itself, a couple of people who we will hopefully see a lot more, particularly in pre-season, as the teams come back for pre-season. I think the non-internationals next week, I believe, with a trip up to Scotland, and obviously abroad as well. Scotland's not abroad, but abroad in terms of France and playing. Like, I think playing Rennes in essence, what would be our Betway Cup game away. But anyway, a couple of the youth team players are going to be given a chance by the sounds of it, according to The Athletic, who claim that Harrison Ashby and Emmanuel Longello will get an opportunity to prove themselves during the pre-season preparations. There's a very real chance that both would have been saying their goodbyes this summer. Really, Ashby was due to become a free agent next month, while Longello was attracting plenty of interest from sides from both sides of the border, to be honest. But as the Athletic reported, West Ham opted to trigger the 1-year extension contract of Ashby, and Longello now looks to stick around too, after the Hammers rejected 2 bids from QPR for the reported Rangers and Bournemouth target. What's more, Ashby and Longello will be given a chance to make an impression on David Moyes during the pre-season preparations against the likes of Longs, Ipswich Town, maybe Rangers as well. Ashby's obviously a Scottish under-21 international, and he could potentially become the Cubs' third choice right back following Mr. Fredericks' Flash's move to Bournemouth yesterday. I like Ashby. I think he's a great player. He's attack-minded. He's exciting. He's that sort of modern day. He looks like a footballer, if that makes sense. Remember the first time seeing him play for, it was either the under-23s, or it might have been even the game against Hull and Charlton in the Carabao Cup. He looks like a footballer. He holds himself like a footballer as well. And I think he had this season for the under-23s, he had 3 goals and 6 assists. And obviously made his Premier League debut against Arsenal in December. Longelo apparently looks set to stay put after coming within touching distance of a January move to Nottingham Forest. The 21-year-old provided 5 assists last term for the under-23s, and should he impress, he could be afforded the opportunity to put more pressure on Masuaku potentially if he hangs around, and obviously Aaron Cresswell potentially. I mean, Longelo had a fantastic game when he came on, when he started for the Zagreb game in the Europa League at London Stadium. But then he went sort of a bit quiet. I think got injured, and he wasn't even picked for the under-23s. But apparently he's been given a chance, so we shall see. We want to see the youth given a chance. It looks like Ashby and Longelo are going to be given a chance. And finally, an ex-Hammer has made his first steps into management. He was only over the last couple of months ago, weren't he? On the pitch, old Carlos, bless him. Come on, you irons. And he's taken his first steps into management after completing a deal to become boss at Argentinian Premier League side Rosario Central. It should be said, not Central. Rosario Central. The 38-year-old brought down the curtain to his playing career last month following the death of his father. But now the former West Ham striker, who scored 7 goals for the club, has quickly moved into coaching. And now the 76 capped Argentinian international will take on his first challenge in a dugout, having confirmed a 12-month deal to take charge of Rosario. A tweet issued by the club simply said, Carlos Tevez is the manager of Rosario Central. Nice and simple to the point. And that's it today, gentlemen and ladies. As I said, thank you for all your patience, and thank you for joining us. If you're new, Andy, give it a like, give it a comment, give it a share, give it a subscribe, maybe become a channel member. And also, don't forget tonight, if you're around at 9 o'clock tonight, please join us on the channel. It's going to be a right giggle. It always is, these game shows. We've got another one lined up in July as well, with another bunch of players who are all on bloody holiday at the moment. All right for some. And so you'll be there from 9 o'clock. It'll be good fun. Indeed. And that's it. So take care, everyone. Stay safe. Wash those hands. Stay positive. Stay healthy. Stay hydrated. And hopefully see you at 9 o'clock, my friends, tonight. Take care. Cheerio.